Welcome to the channel, my dear friends. Today we're diving into the three big areas that can truly elevate your life, namely mind, money, and mood. These affect our everyday well-being, and small positive habits can make a huge difference without overwhelming changes. If you're looking for easy, practical ways to feel lighter, more secure, and happier, you're in the right place. Grab something cozy and let's jump in. Elevate your mind. The first stage in the journey towards positive living is elevating our minds, which involves a few steps. 1. Mind decluttering. Let's kick things off with one of the biggest mental game changers, mind decluttering. We're all carrying a lot up here. Between work, family, endless notifications, and all those little worries that seem to come out of nowhere, it can feel like our minds are a messy junk drawer. Here are a few tips to help us declutter our minds. Tip 1. The brain dump. One of my favorite ways to clear that mental clutter is a good old-fashioned brain dump. Now, what's a brain dump, you ask? It's exactly what it sounds like. Just grab a notebook, or even the Notes app on your phone, and start writing down everything that's on your mind. I mean everything. The weird worries, the little to-dos, the random ideas, all of it. Set a timer for 10 minutes and just get it all out. When it's on paper, it stops swirling around in your mind, and suddenly things feel a little lighter. It's like mental spring cleaning. And don't worry if it doesn't look neat or make sense. This is just for you, a no-judgment zone. The idea is to clear some space up in the mind so you have room for more productive, positive thoughts. Tip 2. The just 3 things list. Alright, now that we've cleared some of that mental clutter, here's a tip to help you stay decluttered throughout the day. Every morning, pick just 3 things that you want to get done. Write them down and make them your focus. We all have endless to-do lists, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed when it feels like there's too much to do. By choosing 3 tasks, you keep things manageable and focused. Plus, you get that sweet, satisfying feeling of accomplishment when you check them off. And hey, if you finish those 3 things and feel like doing more, awesome. But if not, you've already won the day. 2. Positive mental boundaries. Now let's talk about setting some mental boundaries. Think of your mind as a garden. You wouldn't let just anyone stomp through your flowers, right? But when it comes to our thoughts, we often let in all kinds of unhelpful stuff, other people's opinions, their problems, even random negativity from social media. One of the simplest tricks in setting a mental boundary is to imagine a mental bubble. It sounds a bit silly, but stay with me. Visualize a clear, protective bubble around yourself, especially when you're around people or environments that feel negative. This bubble is your personal boundary, and only positive, supportive energy can get through. Everything else? It just bounces off. Try it the next time you're around someone who drains your energy, and see if it helps you feel a little more in control of your mood. Another big part of mental boundaries is getting comfortable with saying no to negative influences. You don't have to absorb every worry or every complaint that someone throws your way. Now, I'm not saying cut everyone out of your life or ignore real issues, but if someone's only ever bringing negativity, it's okay to take a step back. Remember, you're allowed to protect your peace. 3. Daily gratitude practice. Next up, let's talk about gratitude. I know, it might sound like one of those things that's too simple to really work, but I promise, it's like a secret weapon for a happier mind, the 2-minute gratitude list. Here's a quick way to build a gratitude habit. Every morning or evening, take just 2 minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for, and don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be some big, profound list. It can be as simple as, I had a delicious cup of coffee today, or I got a funny text from a friend. These small things add up, and the more you focus on them, the more you start noticing all the good stuff in your day. And here's the best part. Science actually backs this up. Studies show that people who regularly practice gratitude feel happier, have lower stress levels, and even sleep better. So next time you're tempted to scroll through social media before bed, try a little gratitude session instead. Your mind will thank you. 4. Focus on progress, not perfection. All right. Let's talk about a mindset that can make a huge difference in how you feel every day. Progress, not perfection. How many times have you started something and quit because it wasn't perfect? Trust me, I've been there too. But here's the thing. Perfection is basically a myth. We're human, we're never going to be flawless, and that's okay. So to aim for progress instead of perfection, try the 1% rule. Instead of aiming for perfection, try focusing on just being 1% better each day. It could be 1% more productive, 1% kinder to yourself, or 1% more focused. Small steps add up, and over time, that 1% turns into real progress. It's a lot less intimidating than aiming for some perfect version of yourself, right? The next step towards progress is the good enough mindset. And let's bring in the good enough mindset. Say you're working on a project or learning a new skill. Instead of getting stuck in endless tweaking, give yourself permission to stop when it's good enough. This frees up so much mental energy, and you'll still feel that sense of accomplishment without all the pressure. Remember, done is better than perfect. 5. Building mindfulness. Now let's get into a little mindfulness. Before you click away thinking, I don't have time to meditate for an hour every day, hang on. I'm not talking about major time commitments. Mindfulness can be as simple as paying attention to what's right in front of you. The more present you are, the less anxious you feel about the past or future. One simple way to practice mindfulness is the 5 senses exercise. It's a quick mindfulness exercise you can try anywhere, and it's really easy. Whenever you feel stressed or overwhelmed, pause and focus on 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This little exercise grounds you in the present moment, pulls you out of your head, and gets you connected to what's around you. It's like a mini mental reset. Another simple mindfulness trick is mindful breathing. Just take a slow, deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and let it out slowly. Repeat a few times. This takes seconds, but it calms your nervous system and helps you feel more centered. Try it whenever you need a quick mental refresh. It's like a reboot button for your mind. 6. Positive affirmations. Last but not least, let's talk positive affirmations. Now, I know affirmations can feel cheesy, but stick with me. They really work. Positive affirmations are like little pep talks you give yourself, and they can make a huge difference in how you see yourself and the world. Start with simple statements. Begin with simple, believable statements. Things like, I am capable, I am enough, or I am worthy of good things. Even if it feels a bit silly, keep saying it. Over time, these positive messages start to sink in, and they actually help rewire your brain toward a more positive outlook. One basic technique is the mirror technique. If you're up for a challenge, try saying these affirmations in front of a mirror. Look yourself in the eyes and repeat your affirmations. It might feel awkward at first, but it's powerful. When you make eye contact with yourself, the words feel more real, more personal. Section 2. In this section, we will be delving into elevating your money. The first step in elevating your money is building a healthy money mindset. First things first, let's talk about mindset. I know, some of you might be rolling your eyes thinking, let's skip to the actual money tips. But trust me, your mindset about money is foundational. It's kind of like setting your GPS for where you want to go. If you're stuck thinking money is just a source of stress, you're less likely to make good choices with it. Tip 1. Shift from scarcity to abundance. One of the best ways to start is by shifting from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. In a scarcity mindset, we're always worried there's not enough. You might find yourself thinking, if I spend money now, I won't have enough later. Or if someone else is wealthy, it means less for me. But here's a game changer. Money isn't a fixed pie. Just because someone else is doing well financially doesn't mean you can't. Try this. Every time you pay a bill, instead of thinking, oh, there goes my hard-earned cash, think, I'm so grateful I can cover this bill. It sounds small, but that shift can help you feel more in control. Even practicing gratitude for what you do have, like being able to buy your favorite coffee or having a safe place to live, builds a positive relationship with money. Tip 2. Redefine wealth on your terms. Money means different things to different people. For some, it's about security. For others, it's freedom or the ability to help others. Think about what you want from money. Instead of focusing on a specific dollar amount, try defining what a rich life looks like to you. Is it freedom to travel, having no debt, or being able to work on projects you love without worrying about rent? This isn't about ignoring financial goals. Those are super important. But when you know why you're working towards those goals, it keeps you motivated and keeps your relationship with money healthy. Spending with intention, also known as mindful spending. All right, Now that we've set the stage with a positive mindset, let's get into something fun and practical. Mindful spending. Because let's face it, it's not about never spending money. It's about spending it in a way that feels aligned with your goals and values. Tip 1. The 2-week rule. Here's a handy tip I like to call the 2-week rule. This is especially for those spontaneous, treat-yourself moments. Next time you see something you're tempted to buy, maybe it's a new gadget or that amazing sweater that's calling your name, wait 2 weeks before actually purchasing it. I know it sounds like torture, but it really helps separate the impulse buys from the true wants. If you still want it after 2 weeks, great. Go ahead and buy it with no guilt. But if you've already forgotten about it, you've saved yourself some money, and probably some buyer's remorse. Tip 2. Create a fun fund. Yes, I'm serious. Budgeting doesn't mean you can't have fun. In fact, setting aside a small fun fund each month is one of the best ways to feel good about spending. Allocate a bit of money each month, just for things that bring you joy. Whether it's trying a new restaurant, taking a day trip, or splurging on a book. When you know it's budgeted, you can enjoy it guilt-free. Plus, this makes budgeting feel a lot more balanced and enjoyable. Tip 3. Track your tiny joys spending. We often talk about cutting out small expenses like coffee or streaming services. But here's the thing. If your daily coffee genuinely brings you happiness, you don't have to cut it out. Instead, take note of the small purchases that truly bring you joy. A good latte, a Friday night movie, or fresh flowers on your table, whatever it is for you. When you track where these tiny joys go, you can see if they're worth it. And if they are, enjoy them. It's about finding a balance that feels right for you. Smart saving without feeling deprived. Now, let's dive into saving money without feeling like you're depriving yourself. Because let's be honest, saving can feel a little restrictive at times, but with the right approach, it can be painless, even exciting. Tip 1. Automate your savings. One of the best tricks in the book. Automate your savings. Set it up so a portion of your paycheck goes directly into a savings account. Even if it's just $10 a week, it adds up. The magic of this is that you won't even miss it. And when you see your savings grow without having to think about it, it feels pretty amazing. Tip 2. Set mini saving challenges. If you're someone who likes a bit of a challenge, try a no-spend day or no-spend week challenge. On these days or weeks, you commit to only spending on essentials. You might surprise yourself with how creative you get. Make coffee at home, plan a movie night in, or find free activities around your area. It can be really satisfying to see how much you save just by being intentional for a few days. Tip 3. The round-up savings trick. Here's a fun one. The round-up savings trick. Some banks and apps offer this where every time you make a purchase, they round up to the nearest dollar and put the difference into your savings account. So if you buy a coffee for $4.50, it'll round up to $5 and put the extra 50 cents in your savings. It might sound small, but those little bits add up over time, and you'll hardly notice them leaving your account. Growing your money, also known as easy investing. All right, now that we're feeling good about saving, let's talk about growing that money. Don't worry, I'm not going to throw complex investment jargon at you. Let's start with the basics. Small, practical steps to get your money working for you. Tip 1. Start small with investing. If you're new to investing, don't feel like you need to jump into stocks or crypto right away. Start small with a simple investment app or a robo-advisor, where you can set up a diversified portfolio with low fees. Even if you just start with $20, you're learning how investing works. And the beauty of investing is compound growth. Your money starts making money on its own over time. Tip 2. Understand risk tolerance. This sounds technical, but it's actually pretty straightforward. Your risk tolerance is just how comfortable you are with the ups and downs of investing. If seeing fluctuations in your account stresses you out, consider more stable, low-risk investments. But if you're okay with some ups and downs for potentially higher returns, you might be open to a little more risk. It's about knowing yourself and finding what feels comfortable. Tip 3. Use the one-step-at-a-time approach. Investing can feel like a massive topic, so start with baby steps. First, maybe read a book or watch a video about the basics of investing. Next, open an account and deposit a small amount. Then add to it each month. The key here is consistency, not perfection. You don't have to know everything all at once. Just take it one step at a time. Staying financially motivated. All right, you've got your mindset. You're spending with intention, saving automatically. and even dipping your toes into investing. But how do you stay motivated over the long haul? Tip 1. Set fun financial goals. Don't just set boring goals like save more money. Instead, make them specific and exciting. Maybe it's a trip to the beach, a new hobby fund, or enough savings to take a month off work someday. When you have a fun, clear goal, saving and being intentional with money feels way more enjoyable. Tip 2. Reward yourself along the way. Every time you hit a milestone, give yourself a small reward. Maybe you finally saved your first $1,000, or you managed to stick to your budget for 3 months. Celebrate it. Buy yourself something small, go out with friends, or just take a moment to acknowledge how far you've come. Rewards make the journey so much more enjoyable. Section 3. Here we will be discussing our final step towards positive living, which is elevating our mood. Start with the basics, little wins in the morning. First things first, let's talk about how you start your day. Your morning doesn't have to be an elaborate ritual with meditation, journaling, a cold shower, a workout, and a homemade green smoothie all before 7 a.m. Let's be real, I'd need a nap by 8 if I did all that. But a few small wins in the morning can set the tone for a more positive day. Tip 1. Make your bed. It sounds too simple, right? But making your bed first thing in the morning is like telling your brain, look, we accomplished something already. It doesn't take much time, but it creates this small sense of order that can make your entire space feel a little brighter. Plus, at the end of the day, you get to return to a nice, tidy bed. Double win. Tip 2. Start with a smile. Yes, really. This one might sound a little cheesy, but here's a challenge. Look at yourself in the mirror every morning and smile for 10 seconds. Just a quick smile, nothing complicated. Smiling, even when it feels a little silly, triggers your brain to release feel-good chemicals. It's like tricking yourself into feeling better. Go ahead, try it tomorrow morning. It's a small move that can make a big difference in how you start your day. Move your body, get those happy chemicals going. One of the quickest ways to elevate your mood is to get moving. And no, I don't mean you need to train for a marathon or hit the gym for an hour. Just a few minutes of movement can release endorphins, those lovely feel-good chemicals that naturally boost your mood. Yes, I'm giving you permission to have a mini dance party. Put on your favorite song, blast it if you can, and just go wild. Dance in your pajamas, dance in the kitchen, dance while you're brushing your teeth, just move. It might feel silly, but that's the point. Dancing helps you shake off tension and instantly elevates your energy. Plus, you're likely to end up laughing at yourself, which is always a mood booster. A quick walk outside, even just around the block, can be like hitting a reset button. Fresh air, a change of scenery, and moving your body is a triple win for your mood. You don't need a destination. Just take in your surroundings, maybe do a little people watching, or say hello to your neighbors. It's a great way to lift your spirits, even if it's just a 5 to 10 minute stroll. If dancing or going for a walk isn't your vibe, even a quick stretch can do wonders. Just reach up, touch your toes, do a little twist. Stretching loosens up your body, helps with blood flow, and gives your brain a quick break from any stress or tension. Think of it like a mini vacation for your muscles. Boost your mood with mindful moments. Alright, let's get a little bit zen for a second. Don't worry, you won't have to sit cross-legged and chant, unless you want to. Sometimes what our mind needs most is just a small moment to breathe and reset. You don't have to meditate for hours to feel the benefits. A simple 3-minute breathing exercise can work wonders. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and just focus on your breathing. Inhale deeply, hold it for a few seconds, and exhale slowly. Imagine each exhale is releasing stress, and each inhale is bringing in calm. Even just 3 minutes of this can make a huge difference, grounding you and helping your mind feel a little lighter. Gratitude is a powerful mood lifter. Before bed, grab a notebook and write down one thing you're grateful for that day. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's a delicious meal you had, or a nice chat with a friend. This habit of focusing on the positive helps shift your mindset over time, and soon you'll find yourself noticing more good things in your day. Connect with others. Share the love. Humans are social creatures, and connecting with others can lift our mood in ways nothing else can. Whether it's a close friend, a family member, or even a stranger, reaching out can bring an instant mood boost. Tip 1. Send a quick message to someone you appreciate. Think about someone you care about and send them a little text. Something as simple as, "Hey, just thinking of you and hope you're having a great day," can go a long way for both of you. Brightening someone else's day can give you an instant mood boost, and you might just make their day too. Tip 2. Call a friend for a laugh. Got a friend who always makes you laugh? Give them a call. Even just a few minutes chatting with someone who lifts your spirits can be like a shot of happiness. You don't need a reason to call, just check in, have a laugh, and you'll both end up feeling a little lighter. Find joy in small pleasures. Life's not just about big life-changing moments. Often it's the little things that bring us the most joy. So don't forget to make space for simple pleasures. Tip 1. Treat yourself to your favorite snack or drink. Sometimes all it takes is your favorite coffee, tea, or a tasty snack to lift your spirits. Give yourself permission to enjoy it fully. Don't rush it. Savor each sip or bite. Let yourself feel that little moment of happiness. Tip 2. Watch or read something that makes you laugh. Laughter really is medicine. When you're feeling low, put on your favorite comedy show, a funny YouTube video, or even read a funny article. Laughter releases endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals, and it's an easy way to elevate your mood. Think of it as a quick reset button for your spirit. Tip 3. Create a happy playlist. Music can completely transform your mood. Take some time to put together a playlist of your favorite upbeat songs. Next time you're feeling low, press play and let the music lift you up. Dance, sing, or just soak in the good vibes. It's an instant way to elevate your energy. Take care of your space. Our environment has a huge impact on our mood, even if we don't always notice it. Making a few small changes to your space can make it feel lighter and more inviting. Tip 1. Declutter one small area. Choose one small area in your space, maybe your desk, a shelf, or even just your bedside table, and give it a quick declutter. Clearing away some clutter can make your space feel more open and calm, and you'll feel a little lighter too. Tip 2. Add a little touch of nature. Plants can bring a touch of life and calm to any room. If you don't have a green thumb, don't worry. Even a small potted plant or fresh flowers can make a difference. Just seeing that bit of green or color can lift your mood, and taking care of something can feel surprisingly rewarding. To wrap it all up, we've covered practical tips to elevate your mind, money, and mood, one small step at a time. Mind decluttering, gratitude, and affirmations can help you feel calmer and happier, while financial habits like automating savings and tracking spending create peace of mind without needing overnight wealth. Remember, it's not about feeling amazing constantly, but about having tools to lift yourself up when needed. Pick 1 or 2 tips that stood out, give them a try this week, and notice how even the smallest changes can have a big impact on your overall well-being. Thank you so much for tuning in. If these tips inspired you, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with friends who'd love it too. Until next time, keep growing, keep glowing, and see you in the next video.